Good morning. Today is Thursday, 31st of March, 2022. The time now is 7:21 a.m. And I've had a really rough night trying to sleep. you I really try. I really try staying awake and pray, but they put me to sleep because they don't want to hear me praying. I think I moved 3 times in here. This is the living room right now. And so I call myself going in my bedroom and just pray. And so when I went in my bedroom, because I was so tired, you know, this really tires me out when I'm feeling my body vibrating right now. So I just laid across my bed, looking at my security system, and one of the cameras was saying motion. So that's why I just kept looking at it, trying to see, where the motion was coming from. So it must have been the wind. I guess it was the wind blowing out there. Cause one of them was saying motion. So I just kept laying across the bed because it just feels good when I lay across the bed because I be on this chair all the time, this little chair, trying to sleep, and then I'm feeling this vibration coming up under the floor. So I laid on the bed a long time before I ever felt the vibration. And I was praying, and I guess I just fell asleep. I woke up with the vibration in my spine. So I was just wondering, is these things inside my body, and sleep causes it. Because it's when I go to sleep that my spine vibrates. But then I thought about it, when I'm woke during the daytime, and I'm just sitting in the chair, I'm feeling this heat coming out on the floor, so um, against my spine and my butt top. So I said, no, this is something, because I was thinking, I got to go up in this house. But I went out yesterday. Well, I did a video showing I was outside. And I knew I was being hit, or sprayed, or whatever it is they doing to me. Because I could feel the little pinches, and I could feel little bumps. As I came in the house, I could feel little bumps. And it was attacking them little bumps. But I'm trying to make sure my trees stay alive so that I can eat. But we don't know what these people they talking about a food shortage. There's no food shortage because the food is on a ship out in the ocean. It's a shortage in the stores because our government is taking all the food, packing it away because they trying to murder us. These people, they are murdering the people. They're creating all sorts of um, problems. I just say problems. They create problems, daily problems, and we the people just let them do it. We just let them do it. Um, I mean, you can see it on TV. The ship. full of containers. That's where the food is. You got Biden, who he seems like he need to be in a nursing home somewhere. He's our president. And you got this here gang stalking. This is started by President Bush. When he started that community watch, watching your neighbor. How you gonna watch your neighbor? You can't see what's in their house. Now they can, but regular people can't because they don't have military equipment. But military do, and now they're giving it to anybody, whoever. And what makes it so bad, the people who they got watching us, they need to be watched. They the criminals. They let people out of prison early. They got gangs. They got drug dealers, drug addicts. Then they got retired military who are trained killers watching us. We ain't doing nothing wrong. The people who they got attacking us are the ones that need to be watched. We who they attacking, we not doing nothing. We got people that just trying to work every day, trying to survive for their children. Somebody just decided to put their name on a blackball list to get rid of them. And you know who the most that they're doing it to. I'm seeing more and more young black people on this blackball list. I see some white people. I've seen one Spanish girl. But the majority of the people that I'm seeing is black. The majority. And then they got the black people killing the black people. But they can't say that it's racist. They have one white person. And then all the rest of them be black. But they have white people as gang stalkers too. Especially when you go out in your neighborhood. But the first people that I actually knew was gang stalking me. They were white. Because it's the neighborhood I lived in. And the people that was around me were mostly black. But it was the white people who was gang stalking me. It was just this one, at first it was just this one person. He didn't stay right in front of me. He stayed beside the person that stayed right in front of me. And he was actually coming out his way to make sure he was just being a bully. And then he could hear me inside the house. He could hear me praying. I'm in the house. He in his house. Then he'll come out of his house and go to the people that stayed beside me because I was praying in tongues and he couldn't understand me. Telling the people that I was speaking in some other language, and I would hear the guy saying it out loud. She praying, man. She praying, man. And I'm trying to figure out how they hear me. I'm just on my knees praying to God. And he would just come over and dump his cigarettes, his ashtray in the yard. I go out there and clean it up. Someone, I don't know if it was him or who it was, took paper, cut it as small as you can cut it, and line our front yard. When you're coming into the yard from one end all the way to the other end. So I got my rake, went out there and raked it up early in the morning. I think I took the trash out because it was time for the trash man to come or something. And this is what I saw. And then the other guy that stayed 2 houses down from us on the same side, he started cutting symbols. And we didn't bother nobody. We had did not one harm thing to nobody. We just moved there from another city to Fayetteville. And I found the house online, and I really liked their house better than any house that we've moved in, because it was a more modern house. It had a big living room, and it had a screen-in porch, and I liked that screen-in porch. The yard wasn't that big because I cut the grass, and we had a really small backyard, and the front yard was maybe a little bigger than. It wasn't that big. The yard wasn't that big. 'Cause at first they hired someone to cut the grass, and I said, we didn't no need of having somebody cutting the grass in the yard that small. I could do that myself. So I cut the grass every week, and at my house every 2 weeks. Cause my yard not that big either. But they trees in my yard. They were trees. Uh, they trees in the backyard. They were pine trees in the backyard, and some type of nut tree in the front yard. So I cleaned up my yard, and I cleaned up my sister's yard. That was money she was able to save. But once we moved, and we had that big backyard, we had a really big backyard. I went on here and let them hire cleaning crew. The same people that cut the grass here. Dealing with people, I realize there's a lot of witches. You just don't realize people that's into witchcraft. There are a lot of witches. A lot of them. There's so many witches that you can't hardly get away from them. Just like the gang stalking. Gang stalking is nothing but witchcraft. It's nothing but witchcraft. They're using technology. And it's just hard to get away from them, because I realized as I was, doing business for my sister, I was coming across witches. The pharmacy in the pharmacy department, the witches, they into something demonic. Because I could see this stuff on the people. Some of them I could see their face light up. I don't know what that is that makes their face look like their face is lighting up. It's like a whole bunch of energy just rush up to their face. Um, they start acting some kind of way. I take her to the doctors. They were acting crazy. I just felt uncomfortable around it. A lot of them got their third eye open. That's the biggest problem. They got these Kundalini demons in them. And I mean, the most people they dealing with Kundalini. That's what they. That's Kundalini is two spirits. You got the doctors. They got Kundalini. Um, the pharmacy. They got Kundalini. Most of everybody, because everybody is opening up at third eye. It's lining up the chakras and allowing their third eye to be opened up, and next the demons enter them. And that's probably a gateway for other demons to enter. So a person can have different types of demons in them. But I do know that much. And you know what? What I realized, when you're trying to help people and protect them and tell them about this stuff, they'll go do it. I had a friend There was a guy friend from up this way, and he used to come see me when I lived in Lumberton. We just was friends. And I kept wanting him because the job he started working. And he ended up opening up his third eyes, and we stopped being friends. Because see, once they start opening up their third eye, instead of them talking to you, they begin to rape you of your personal business. Because now they looking into your soul, sitting beside you, supposed to be talking to you. But I can tell when somebody um, is doing this. I could tell. And we just stopped being friends. We had been friends for years. Then this other guy, I've been knowing him all my life. We went to school together. He did it too. And then he had the nerve to ask me to marry him. And I had to let him know, no, I'm not going to marry you. I said, you will not put no demons in me. I reckon they think I had already told him. I could tell when there be people around me. I might not say nothing to them, but I don't trust them. I don't trust them. And I don't always let people know that I know what you're doing. I know exactly what you're doing, and I don't have my third eye open. I pray to God many times not to allow my third eye to open. I only want to see through the power of the Holy Ghost. I don't want to see through demons. I don't even want demons in me. I really wish I could find somebody that do deliverance to make sure there's nothing in me. Because I don't want nothing in me but God. And see, I don't know what this stuff that people put in my body. I don't know what this is. I know sometimes when I'm praying, I get the yawning, and I think there's a spirit exiting out of me because these people put the stuff in me. And people is really stupid. Who in the heck want a demon that you so ignorant you're gonna open yourself up to demons? I mean, it's beginning to piss me off because there's so many people around me and didn't want to think you don't see what they doing. Using their phone, doing stuff with their phone because I'm catching it on my security camera. And I'm seeing it. You're not that slick, honey. You're not that slick. And I'm just say it for the record, only a fool want to open themselves up for demons. The Bible says they become so wise till they become fools. And it's exactly anyone that want a demon in you. That's so you can see something. It's none of your business. People personal business is none of your business. When your business ain't no better. If everybody worry about their own self, this world will be a better place. But people want to have this power where they think they could have power over you. They think they're having power over you, but they don't have no power. Because it's the demons. The demon got power over you. Because you's a fool. To open yourself up to demons. And that's what they saying. Let's get these fools and send them to hell. Because that's where they're going. Straight to hell. And there's so many people, but make it so bad. It's so many doing this witchcraft stuff. Then there are people trying to seek God. And there's people that you try to warn, and they'll still go the opposite direction because they really think that this is something cool when you can just see stuff. People think it's them doing it. I've heard guys talk about how they manipulate people. No, you're not manipulating nothing. The demons is doing it. Or you have no power. You have none. The demons is giving you the power. Just like Christian people, God give them the power. And whoever it is that's putting all this stuff and connecting people homes to the underground, they think they're really smart and they think they're so wise. They're gonna see in the end how wise they are. They just got us submerged in energy. That's why they put those smart meters on the houses. And people just let them do it. They just let them do it. They didn't ask could they do it. They just did it so that they can control your household. Look at all that energy back down that wall. And you can opt out of it. People can, but see, we can't because we don't own nothing. But people that own houses can't opt out of it. You probably have to pay a fee for the man to come out and read your meter, but just pay the fee. It's better than letting them kill you. Well, I can't understand my sister. I just can't understand. Even though she lost her son, but he thought about her. Everything happened because he was in the Air Force, and he thought about her. If anything happened to him, his mom, somebody could take care of his mama, and he invested and had when she was left with a lot of money, and went buy herself a house. I can't understand that. How could you come into all that money and not buy yourself a house? And she had the nerve to say that she won't buy a house for her to die and leave it to somebody else. So I had to remind her, you ain't leaving. I mean, that's really mean and selfish of you to not want to leave something to somebody, to your family, but you left yourself to us. You left you to somebody because I'm taking care of her. Somebody got to wipe your butt, and you steady laying flat on your back talking junk. And that's pretty demonic. And I feel like I don't know nobody that I can get them demons out of because she really need them out of them. And that's only way of thinking the pure demonic. And it makes me upset that she could be laying there and I'm washing her, cleaning her up, and she'll say I ain't got nobody. But here I am. You trying to say I'm nobody? I don't even have a life where I can enjoy even outside of the gang stalking because I'm here with her, and she'll say she ain't got nobody. And that really makes me mad because you do that all the time. And so I be in agreement with her. No, you don't have nobody. You don't even have yourself. Hello. 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 You don't even have your own self that you'll do good by yourself. Because she could have did things different. And things would be different. Because now, when we moving her in somebody else's house. These people is giving the game stalking people permission to put stuff up under the house for it to come up to the floor of a house. See, if it was her land on my land, I didn't get that money when my son was murdered. I had to bury him. I didn't get no whole lot of money. I had to come up with money because someone had gypped me out my insurance policy that I had for years, and then he didn't have no insurance. So I had to come up with the money to bury him. But she just had money handed to her. It really bothers me because she paying these people all this money to stay in their house, but they giving people permission to kill them. And I want these landlords to pay for what they've done. My landlord too, because it's at my house too, and it won't there to this year. I had problem with my neighbors up in my ceiling, because that's where they had them going up in my ceiling. So I don't know if they were planting something up in my ceiling or what. But now it's coming out from under the floor. When I go home, I can feel it. And I know it wasn't there until this year right here, 2020, 2022. And I know who did. The man that's standing beside me now, the military. So that's the only people that's living in that house is military. That's who was staying there when my sister stayed there, because she stayed there first. That's how I knew about it, because she stayed there. And when I saw that it was open, when I was looking to move back up this way, I saw it was open, so I called the woman, and I was able to get it. And I knew I had visited her, and the chair that I was sitting in started shaking. I thought it was a spirit, but now I'm realizing it was we were being hit with direct energy, because my other sister was on the other couch, and she started trying to get her breath, because she said it was like she couldn't breathe. But we were being hit with direct energy. And my sister kept saying, my sister that I'm keeping kept saying she kept seeing people coming through her walls. They were doing it because they did me like that. I woke up, that man standing there looking at me, but said I thought it was a demon. I went and walked in. He was just standing there looking at me. When I saw him, I said, like that, and I jumped up and I went and walked there. You playing with me like that? But one thing, I ain't afraid. I ain't scared. So, it was rough for me this morning with my spine. And I got up and I sat on the side of the bed, and I could feel my buttocks shaking. So I knew that was coming from under the house. And what I think it is, I think it's a light. That same light that I saw over there, it was on his trailer, and it was doing like that there. That's what it feel like against my spine. That's what it feel like. It is something up under the house doing that. But I think it may be more than one up under there. I'm not sure, but I think they can. Because I don't know what it is. I really don't. I know it's something up in the house because I've heard it hit the house when it shut down, especially that with the heat. It'll shut down and it like backfires. It's not as loud as it used to be. So that's why I think they be doing stuff to probably hear me talking about it, because it used to hit really hard right over there with my chair where I normally sit at, and it would hit right up under that chair. So they're trying to make it where I can't really hear it that well, but I can feel it. It's like right now, I'm feeling sick. They never stop. These people is this when you eat from that tree of knowledge of good and evil, opening up them third eyes and let these demons in you. See, this the type of stuff that you'll do. You have no conscience. You have no empathy. You don't care. And you'll be right around a person every day and doing stuff to them, thinking they don't realize what you're doing. But the prayer that I pray for God to destroy these gang stalkers, they go for them too. Because if you don't care no more for me, I don't care no more for you. That's just how I feel. And I might be in the wrong, but that's just how I feel. You didn't see Jesus going around praying for the Pharisees and the Sadducees when they was coming against him. He prayed for the people who wanted to hear, them that came wanting deliverance. But those that didn't want deliverance, they didn't get it. The people you talking about, you pray for these people, pray for their soul. No, I'm not praying for their soul. Because they don't want their soul saved. Because if they did, they wouldn't sell it to the devil. They wouldn't sell their soul to the devil. And then want to destroy you just so that they can make, because they too no good and low life piece of crap where they can't make it to the point where they want to make it. So they're going to kill you. Not just kill you. They don't just kill you. They utterly destroy you from the inside out. If y'all could just see my sister, which I did have a video of how she was looking. My other sister begged me to take it down. I shouldn't have took it down because she don't care about my sister. She don't even call or visit or nothing. So she don't care. She was thinking about herself. Because this is a selfish family. They selfish. And she still mean. I don't understand a lot of stuff. I just don't understand stuff. I'm hearing this sound because when I start talking, they start wanting to hear what I'm saying and start putting it, well, I guess probably putting it in that supercomputer. That's why a lot of time I just start praying into them to see, can y'all put that in the supercomputer? Tongues. You got some of these people want to talk against people that do pray in tongues because they don't want to go there. And they can't speak into them because they're too prideful. They're too prideful to go there because you don't know what you're saying unless God gives you the gift of interpretation. So I'm not going to stay on here any longer. Um, and I really do need to pray for my heart because, it just makes me upset. But God says, be angry and sin not. I'm not sinning because I'm angry. And I don't know what this they doing to my body. I just don't want to get like my sister. To totally depend. I don't want to depend on nobody to feed me, to give me a bath. She can't do nothing for really. What my sister did made a decision. She made a decision that she's not gonna walk. She made a decision that she can't sit up. She just made that decision because she didn't want to do what we tell her to do. And she been like that because I used to tell her before she got this sick, I would tell her to go get her the pen. She'll walk all over the room. She had a big room. That first house we lived in, we had her in. It was her room was a really big room, and they had a bathroom in a really big bathroom. It was a really nice house, and I put her in the biggest room because it was her house, and she had a walk-in closet and everything. And I would keep her the pens right at the door in her closet, and I tell her to go get her the pens so I can change her and stuff. And she'll walk all over, looking up in the ceiling, walk to the bathroom, walk to the closet, but won't go in the closet. She just did it and everything just to keep from doing what I asked her to do. And then she'll sit and say, I don't want nobody telling me what to do. I don't want nobody telling me what to do. I don't want them telling me nothing. You know, that's the kind of stuff. And then she made a decision that she's not going to walk. She's not going to the bathroom. She's not taking a shower. She's not doing nothing. And so she decided she's not walking. And then she wouldn't walk. But I knew she could walk. I knew she could get up out of that bed. But she wouldn't. So now she can't stop it because she done got stiff. And it hurts her to do anything but, you know, in order to change her and wash her, you have to turn her from one side to the other side. And so I turned her from one side to the other side. If she hollers, she just holler. Because you made that decision not to do nothing. But right now, it hurts me. This stuff that's coming up out of this floor is doing something to my skin and to my body. Where it hurts me to walk. But I'm going to walk because I'm not going to let them cripple me. I just take stuff for pain. Because they're not going to cripple me. I'm going to fight as much as I can to keep me holding. And if I can figure out how to arm this stuff, I will. Whatever it takes to stop this stuff from except for me dying, but to stop this stuff from being activated. Because this is why they're keeping this stuff on you, to keep you activated, keep you energized, so that they can receive you. This is what they're doing. Because they're getting us on these monitors, watching everything we do. That's why they be in the house all the time, because they're sitting over there watching us. They ain't got no life for themselves. It's just stupid idiots. They probably ain't no telling who all they watching. I know they're watching me because they're attacking me. But look at the years that I didn't know that they was watching me and attacking me because I thought I was having regular medical problems. I'm looking at my face and I'm seeing my face changing, my looks changing because they're doing stuff to my skin. I'm not gonna be in this house a whole lot much longer. I'm not gonna be here like for years, like I was at the other house for 2 years. I'm not doing it. So I don't know exactly what's gonna happen with my sister, but it ain't gonna be with me. Cause I got to live. I got to make sure that I survive. Because she had the opportunity to do things better for herself, and she didn't. Cause she mean and selfish. But there's no way I'd have came into that kind of money. And then they don't pay me. I asked him to pay me, and he wouldn't. He refused to pay me. But it's my sister, you know. But there's no way I'd have came into that kind of money and not brought me a house. Brought myself a house where I don't have to be living in other people's stuff. Well, I'm gonna say, time is? It's 8:02. So I guess I've been on here. It was 7 something when I got on here. So I'm gonna get out and close for the day. Well, I'm not gonna say for the day. 'Cause I do probably read the Bible later on. Get back into Genesis.